Okay, today we will be replacing an 80% gas-fired furnace. Safety first, remember to wear PPE and turn the gas and electricity off to the furnace. So here is the old 80% furnace we're replacing. This one has a cracked, failed heat exchanger. We're replacing the entire unit today. The power is off, the gas is turned off to the unit. Remove this front cover. Just double checking to make sure the power is off. Start by disconnecting all of my electrical lines that are coming in and my thermostat wires. Because this unit is so big and heavy, I'm going to remove the blower motor assembly out of the unit first before I try moving the unit out of this equipment room, just to lighten the load a little bit. Just for safety, I'm going to cap off my wires even though the power is off. So here I'm breaking loose the gas connections. Again, the gas is off. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove the blower motor assembly from the furnace. Put the screws on top and bottom, it slides out. Get that out of the way. I'll go ahead and unscrew the tech screws that are holding in the exhaust pipe to the unit. I'm also going to take off this front panel, again just to make it a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to move. There's some screws underneath this insulation that connect the furnace to the supply plenum. So I'm just going around undoing all those screws. I use these ratcheting straps to support the supply plenum so I can slide out the old furnace. I'm going to undo the screws on the return plenum. Now the unit's free, we can roll it out. Here's the new furnace. We're going to unbox it. This new one has a draft inducer fan, whereas the old one was a natural draft furnace. This one's slightly smaller. So I have to make a transition supply plenum. There's a heat exchanger. You can see the blower wheel down there. I'm taking off that top cover for the exhaust. Nice looking unit. That's where the power and gas come in. There's the power wires. Energy guide. Remove this metal plate, as you can see. I'll spin it around. We can take a look at the front. Remove that front panel so we can take a look inside, inspect everything. There's a wiring harness. In good condition. Nothing's broken or loose. Everything's connected. Nothing's missing. Here's the owner's manual. I'll leave that with the unit when I'm all done. I got the area cleaned up and prepped to receive the new unit. First, we need to cut out the opening in the side of the unit to mate up with the return plenum. So I'm going to measure it, mark it out, and cut it out. Then we'll dry fit it, make sure everything lines up and fits properly. Yep, looks good. Just seeing the alignment of the gas line, the alignment of the exhaust pipe, supply plenum. I'm using self-tapping screws to attach the return plenum to the side of the unit. And then next, we will cut out the sheet metal to make the transition supply plenum to connect the existing supply plenum to the new furnace. I also had to do this little patch piece on the back. So what I like to do is draw out a sketch on paper with dimensions, or make like a cardboard template and trace it onto the metal and then cut it out. Some aviation tin snips. So I'm making 4 different pieces because you can see there's some odd angles. I make it with flanges and self-tapping screws, and I'll tape all the seams and put mastic on all the seams. That'll give you a nice airtight seal all the way around. And then once the mastic dries, I can go back and install my insulation over that supply plenum. Go ahead and measure for my new exhaust pipe. I'll do a dry fit, make sure everything fits and lines up properly. I'll simply use some self-tapping screws. Then I'll make the new gas line out of black pipe with pipe dope and pipe tape at each connection. I hope this demonstration helps you. If you need a practical facilities maintenance handbook to train your facilities maintenance technicians, this is available on Amazon in ebook and paperback format. It has common facilities documents, signage, tags, reference resource material, as well as shop equipment drawings that you can use in your shop to fabricate shop equipment that you need. I hope you find it helpful. The link for this book is in the video description below. Last but not least, if you need coffee cups, tumblers, hats, or shirts for your facilities maintenance team, or weather-resistant decals and stickers to label things around your facility, there is a link in the video description below for this online store where you can find these products. I hope you find these helpful as well. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.